All right, guys, welcome back to the garage. It's been a busy weeks. Got addition to the family and everything, so um, videos are gonna be a little delayed. But today I'm gonna show you guys how I did the headliner Starlight. Don't forget to check out the video for the headliner removal, because this is gonna be pretty short because I'm trying to keep my videos under 12 minutes. But yeah, guys, thanks for the support. Thanks for the subscription. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is the box for the lights. Got it off from Amazon. I'm gonna put the link in the description. It's not much, as you can see. It's not a whole lot. I might purchase some additional lights, but I'll go ahead and move on to the install. I don't know how good the lighting is gonna be. I hope it's gonna be good enough, but uh, that's the headliner that's already been taken out. If you have questions regarding that, you can check out a video that I made on how to take that out. But pretty much you have these little hard plastic deals here to kind of keep the shape and the I'll say the texture, you know, of the headliner on the outside. So you can't really do much. If you want to have your Starlight here, you have to go ahead and take that off, which I'm not. That's why I didn't order that many lights or fiber strand. Another thing is I have a sunroof, so obviously you're not gonna put nothing on the sunroof side, but I got a little plan for whatever else is gonna go there. Now, another thing you have to account for is the little cover, the shade cover that you slide out manually to just see the sunroof. It goes back. It's about the same dimension as that, so it goes all the way to here. Okay, so pretty much you can go somewhere around here, which I will, but then at the end of the day you pretty much have just this section that you can make, and you'll be worth something. So that's the section that we're working with. That's why it's not that many lights. So this can be removed, which eventually I'm going to take off and then glue back when I'm done. But yeah, that's pretty much how we're going to go with that. So I'll save you some of the the punching because we got plenty of punching to do. So I've already done, I'll say about 350. Well, no, I'll rectify that. I've done about 300 ish strands so far. So I did my drawing, reversed it, and got it on there. So I'm gonna keep on poking at it, put it in there, and then I'll do the area that I want to do. And I'll pretty much move on from there. As you can see, when I do an area, I kind of tie it up. It's kind of like you're doing braids, just without twisting it, but it's like bunching them up together. So I'm doing that and I'm tying it up, and I'm gonna do the rest of it, and I'll do the side, which pretty much I'm doing this area here and this area here, and a little bit on the back side here. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much the area that I'm gonna work on. So you gotta have a lot of patience. You gotta have a lot of patience, and you actually sometimes, even though you already poked the hole, you have to go ahead and still poke the fiber through, because on the back side, of course, you have your headliner. So depending on what kind of headliner you have, it might even be more difficult. If your headliner is like leather or like suede, it might be a problem to do so. A couple of hours later, I'm done with my design, and I got that side done. Just got this side left, and then I'm gonna turn it around after I tied up the fiber in the good spot, because prior to beginning the project I picked the spot where the fiber or the motor was going to be mounted, which in my case is going to be in the trunk, because it's not too big, but it's kind of big, so it's going to be in the trunk. So that's going to ride that pillar on the back and eventually make it to the trunk. So I have enough length there to get that done. So I'm going to go ahead and do this spot, make sure I kind of try to flatten it as much as possible without breaking it, and then I'll turn it around. So I just connected everything. I'm pretty much trimming it out now on the top side. So you got to make sure that you turn it around, and it depends on what you want. Some people like it to where they can feel the fiber. Some people don't. Part of the ones that don't. So I try to like trim it as close as possible to the fabric. I'm just gonna clip it all, and we should be golden. Okay, so I've trimmed this side already, and I'm working my way to the other side, and I'll go ahead and I'll do my design there. Now, everybody can do theirs the way they want. This is kind of how I wanted my design. So when you're doing it, you're kind of doing it like in reverse. I'll say like the on the other side, knowing you're going to turn the headliner and have the correct side. Also, when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you can touch it, right? You touch to make sure that there's no fiber that's poking, and that makes the surface kind of rough. You really want to have that smooth feel, and just the lighting. Don't be afraid to kind of cut it a little lower than you might feel comfortable with, because if you have a headliner that's a fabric headliner, you're still going to see the little lighting inside of that, because you have the foamy piece, and then here it's kind of like a regular headliner. Also, you don't want to cut it too short, because if it's too short, it's going to be all the way in there. But definitely kind of touch it and make sure that it's kind of smooth, because I can guarantee you when people see it, they're going to want to touch it, and you kind of not want people to touch it, and it's all rough and stuff. So you can go one time and shave it, and then come back the next time and then touch it like this, and then shave it down a little bit more. But that's pretty much what you want to do. That's what I'm using. You can use a cutting plier to do that as well. It's gonna work just fine. Also, I'd rather do it when the lights are on, so I can kind of see better, maybe because I'm a little blind. But I'd rather do it when the lights are on. It's easier for me to locate the fiber and cut it to the right spot, and I still have the light kind of going on while I'm doing it, or while I'm trying to clip it lower, so I would know for sure what I'm about to do, and everything like that. So don't be afraid to do that, to do the same. Another thing too, when you're cutting it, you don't want to dig too deep inside of your headliner, because otherwise you're going to end up cutting the headliner, and when the lights are off, you can actually see the little foam or the padding that's on the other side of the headliner, and that's going to look completely disgusting. So don't press too much down on it. Take your time ultimately, and you'll get it right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll finish that side, and I'll go ahead and I'll do my design, and I'll show you guys what we came up with. That's my pattern on the back side for the Nomad edition. I'm gonna remove this, and I'll show you guys where it all goes. So that's where all the fiber comes out of, and that's my motor that's connected. I went ahead and I clipped the end of it that had the cigarette lighter, because I wanted to plug it directly into the system, and I went ahead and I used the amp wiring. So I have my permanent wire right here on my amp, on the blue connector. From right to left is the first wire that's blue and red. That's why I tapped in for the positive, and I went ahead and I just used my my ground, and the ground, either put it on this ground wire here on the black one right there, or you can just attach it to another source, or directly tap into the screw on the frame there. But that's pretty much what I did, and I was able to get the juice. As you can see, it's red and green. It's not fully drawing power, but it's ready to be turned on via the application that you download on your phone. And I'll do another video where I kind of go in depth as far as how to get it connected and what are the options and features that comes with that. So it's pretty much it. Alright guys, so that was the video for the Starlight. Again, as you can see, it took a lot of time to kind of get everything up together and drill and all that stuff. So I'll definitely say one of the biggest thing you want to do is get yourself a lot of time, and be patient. No, don't rush, don't do none of that stuff, because at the end of the day, it is worth it in my opinion. Now, how hard it is to install, I'll probably say, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'll probably say a 2 for the installation. And I'm saying a 2 because it's mainly based off of patience. However, if you follow the steps that I followed, I believe it's going to stay a 2. Now, you can go from a 2 to a 5 if the glue is too hot, if the fiber is too soft or is too short, if you break it, if you twist it. So there's a lot of things that you got to make sure that you don't do in order to keep this at a 2. So I'll definitely put it at a 2. About how long did it take me? It took me about 7 hours. Again, I was by myself, and it was a nightmare to put in and out, and I got caught up because I started late. So I would say start early as possible, and make sure you check the weather so you know it's not going to rain or nothing like that. So it took me about, like I said, about 7 to 10 hours to complete the work. The price, the tools, what equipment I use, it's all going to be in the description. So feel free to go ahead and hit the link in the description, and you should be able to get to the equipment I use. If you have any question, go ahead and email me. The email is in the description as well. But yeah, guys, keep on subscribing, keep on supporting the channel. Definitely appreciate you. And it was worth it. It was worth it a million times. It gives it a totally different feel. It kind of makes it stand out a little bit more, and that was the whole reason why I actually went ahead and I refinished the headliner in black, because if your headliner is tan, it kind of looks a little different at night. But I had to redo it in black, and it did give us content, so definitely worth it. But yeah, guys, that was about it. If that video helps you, or give you a better perspective on what to expect or how the job goes, don't forget to thumb up. Don't forget to subscribe for more deals. Let me go ahead and take care of the new baby. I'll talk to you guys later. Everybody be blessed.